There's a quote in one of my favorite children's books that says, "If you only do the easy and useless jobs, you'll never have to worry about the important ones, which are so difficult. You just won't have the time, for there's always something to do to keep you from what you really should be doing." The character that said this is called the Terrible Trivium from the Phantom Tollbooth. He is the demon of petty tasks and worthless jobs, an ogre of wasted effort, and a monster of habit. Before I go any further in this video, I'm going to define petty tasks, challenge you to identify possible petty tasks that may be stealing your valuable time, and give you steps to eliminate or reduce them. Welcome. I'm Maria, and if you are feeling overwhelmed and burdened and would like tips about simple living for a healthy life, then you have come to the right place. If you find my content helping you, please subscribe to my channel. So, in the book, this demon is a well-dressed, well-groomed, faceless gentleman. He is very polite as he asks the main character Milo and his traveling companions if they could help him with a few tasks. To move grains of sand one at a time with tweezers, to transfer water from one well to another with an eyedropper, and to dig a hole through a cliff with a needle. After spending hours doing these worthless tasks, they figure out that it's going to take them 837 years to complete these jobs. So they ask the faceless demon why they are spending so much time doing these trivial tasks. Then the demon gets mad and tells them the quote at the beginning of this video. So, what are petty tasks? According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the definition of petty is having little or no importance or significance. I think the demon is faceless because many times the outcome of doing petty tasks has no purpose or clear outcome. I don't know why I felt the need to test out all these boxes of markers to see which ones still worked, or why I bother sorting my rubber bands by color, or why waste time deleting emails, looking little things up on the web, and then getting sucked into a cycle of looking more things up. Reducing or eliminating petty tasks will help you declutter your mind. So here are 5 tips to help you conquer the demon of petty tasks, worthless jobs, wasted effort, and useless habits. First, know why you're tackling an activity. Before you start on your task, ask yourself, what is the purpose of what you're about to do? Do you have a goal in mind? Is what you're doing relevant or important? Why am I testing out all these markers when I could be using my time for more important things? Or sometimes what we are doing may not be relevant to our end goal. For example, I am not an English professor, but know the importance of good writing skills. So when I started teaching, I would make all these corrections on grammar, sentence structure, and other writing issues. And grammar is only a small fraction of the overall grade of the paper or project. So instead of spending so much time on these little details, I now circle a couple errors and make a note if the student's grammatical mistakes affect the readability of the assignment. Because while I acknowledge that good writing skills are important, minor mistakes are not relevant to my subject, and I need to spend time on what will truly help my students learn the subject at hand. So ask yourself, why are you tackling a task that may be petty? Sometimes things may be worthwhile, other times they may not. Second, find a better or more efficient way to do things. Sometimes in our pursuit of a purposeful goal or outcome, there are small steps we must take to get there. For example, in my effort to declutter piles of paper, I needed to shred sensitive information. I used to spend a lot of time shredding my own documents. However, when I learned that there are places that can shred for us, or our community holds free shredding events, I take advantage of these services. Otherwise, I'd have to spend a ton of time with my little shredder. Next, use a timer. It's easy to get caught up in these trivial tasks. Even in the book, the character gets caught up in his task of moving the grains of sand one at a time with the tweezer. And since it's an easy task, he gets comfortable and lulled into the illusion of productivity through his repetitive actions. Is there a task that has become a comfortable habit that takes up your time? A timer is a great way to control how much time we spend on these seemingly small tasks. We may think we're spending a few minutes on them, but an hour or two can go by and we're still working on our pile of sand when there is something more important to do. I use a timer when I start deleting emails. I don't like digital clutter, and unread emails bother me. When the amount of unread email is driving me crazy, I use a timer and give myself about 5 to 10 minutes a week, at the most, to delete some of my email. What are some petty tasks that you get caught up doing that you feel you can reduce or eliminate? Let us know in the comments below. And hit the like button if this video is helping you so far. Next tip. In the Phantom Tollbooth, when Milo and his friends, they figure out that this demon was stealing their valuable time away from important life pursuits, they run away from him. When you get sucked into these trivial activities, my next tip is to stop and step away from these tasks. For example, when I really got into sorting things in my junk drawer and starting organizing my rubber bands by color, I knew I went a bit overboard since there is no good reason whatsoever to sort them like that, so I just stopped. They remain unsorted in their bag to this day. My last tip is to remind myself that we're all different and to each their own. What may be important to you may not be important to somebody else, or vice versa. When I first discovered Marie Kondo and her way of folding clothes, I tried to convert everyone in my family to do the same, but with limited success. My kids liked being organized and did some form of her folding, but my husband, not so much. I folded his clothes for a couple of loads of laundry, but he really didn't care. So now I fold my things my way, and he folds or doesn't fold his clothes, but fits them into his own drawers. And as long as they are not piled anywhere, I'm just thankful he sorts his own laundry. Reading the Phantom Tollbooth as a child was fun. I read that book so many times, and now looking back at one of my favorite books, I see a new perspective on some of the characters, such as the Terrible Trivium, and how their message can help me on my simple living journey. If you're looking for more tips on how to conquer your busyness and be more productive, watch this video here. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.